for roller mower and other equipment, and I know there was one for ASCO or ATCO or ASCO. There's this one. This one was yeah. Mine was a pneumatic roller. And then I did another quote for that quoted the whole roller. So this one that he gave me is for 114,000. Where's that one? Y'all use your iPads a lot? No, you said it, I'm just looking for it. One of those, five. That's it. $109,000. Right? Hey, I thought he was gonna give you credit for everything you paid. I thought he was gonna give you credit for 60%. Yeah. For camping. HGC también, or is it just a regular buy board, you know?
Board discount. Board contract price, 142. That was what it cost.
Is that plus the rec during?
That, they give it back there now to option, this price, so.
So she's giving you more of a discount on this one.
No, the photo was the wrong machine. We didn't have that one.
Yeah, because you give the same number from us.
Very small purchase for it to buy wood.
Is this a smaller machine or bigger machine?
The one we had is old. The company that was, I don't
Ya no te la nota.
I want to go back.
No te la nota.
I mean, it's different, but it's the same time.
It's $5 cheaper. He's using the same numbers, but at the very end, he's not.
We said, my board contract.
Yeah, that's a buy board, HGAC, and they are, I've researched them before, so they're listed with most of the buy boards. That's not a problem. Es lo más que cambiado donde puso buy board discount, y se puso zero, but as long as the buy board price, it's fine. You know, you don't have to bid it. And I don't know how you want to pay it, you want to finance it, you want to. So it's whether you have the need to do that much road, or you use it on gravel. Because the people are just a flat road, or you're tired, or you got enough work for it. How do you do the insurance on these? Do they get separate bills? Marty, they do, right? How do y'all break out the insurance on these? On the equipment? Huh? So you break it out by each vehicle? So like when they do the car, you move the cars to each department? Equipment. We probably have a lot of cars that
Then
we don't have
the
any.
part that we have, like, for example, sheriff, all the part they have there, are we still paying insurance on all that stuff?
Well, she has a list of them, and we can go down and remove them. But if they don't tell us which they remove, we won't know. Like you got 5 trucks that don't work, right?
Sure.
Like you got 5 trucks that don't work.
Me, everything works. Everything. I'm not worried, far, you don't worry. They all turn on.
If you can get them a copy of the bill when we get it, and then each official can review it, and then it's the easiest, and then mark it down, and we used to do that once in a while. Once every 8 years, we used to do that.
Or we pay for the GPS.
But there's some of it's still there. don't know if you're. Yeah, cause you had one also that you sold or something and it bounced all over the world. With the GPS.
Everything's straight. Everybody just, it's always just one year.
One of the things is that before we have the deed or give the, not the deed, the title, we should probably have a checklist. And then Margie doesn't give that, unless you have a checklist, the title until they do it. But she won't know. So I said, you know what, you can fill out this checklist, if you don't get it, you don't get a title, bye. But they eventually took it off, or the battery, it would go dead and it's not being used, the battery dies out. But at least remove the GPS off the system.
I got my trailer, my tractor, I feel it's parked over at Woodward, that's 3.5. The GPS, I guess, there, right in the yard. My GPS, it says it's over. I didn't really see that. GPS.
So we would need a motion to approve it, I mean, who's gonna pay for it, is it 3 precincts? Or 2, you said Jack said yes?
So far,
Two, 2 ways?
Jack, I mean, I didn't know Jack was it. Like he's not here.
we can always add it, I'll take it myself.
Like, you wanna finance it at the bank, 4 years, 5 years? No, I won't finance it, I won't really finance it. Yeah, the same with this other note.
That's right.
No. Well, that's the first one, okay. The motion on this one would be authorize Commissioner Ayala to go ahead and make the purchase, finance it, to Stockton National Bank. And Mary and Margie signing any loan documents and all that to keep the. 5 years? Well, let's take care of this in 5 years. No, yeah, the bank is gonna pay them, and then what happens once a year, Mary will make a payment in January, whenever, like, just make payments. But,
When did it come out? What did it?
yeah, it's about your budget, but the reason we do 5 years, you know, we're still not out of the pandemic. So, that gives us a little leeway to come up with some money on it if something happens, it's not gonna change it much. It's not gonna change it much.
Pneumatic blower, how do you?
Let me say that to you. Margie. And then how about, you're talking about the mower, the blue mower. We've had it, what, about 12 years? I thought we bought it whenever we were here. Yep. What is it? tractor? I thought they were already here. The John Deere? It's been a while.
It's really good, it's really just got a lot of data.
Pero, you put $10,000 in it and you.
The tractor's good. One more.
What, did you want to repair it?
No.
Okay, you want to finance it?
All of us. Yeah, you want what? Where's everybody's? Yeah, buy from us. You said 10,000 euros, right? Ah, where's the bill?
They gotta give you that for nothing.
Are you gonna trade in the old one?
We can try to sell it at auction. There's a guy that sells auctions. I got a
Auction there,
roller.
they charge a lot.
Right.
You know, only the sheriff can sell it at auction.
I think I
No,
can.
not that auction. There's some engineer auction.
If we contract somebody, we can't do it in the court. We can't do it in the.
We want to get
So,
there's some guy in San Antonio. Austin. Come look at the equipment, take a picture, they'll put it in the paper.
I know there's auctioneers, just make sure we research it, do it right. So we're not gonna do trading.
And then, not that high.
Well, let me see what the other ones you say. You wait for Jack. From here, from which end, because you want to.
Well, Jack's not here. You're here. You're here.
Here's the same here.
I mean, is there a minimum trading that you want?
Sir?
Is there a minimum price for trading that you want? No, if I give $2,000, I mean, minimum $10,000 or more, Look,
Yeah, but start out with, if you want to trade in, it needs to be titled. They don't want to be titled.
Well, you're gonna be in,
It's got to be titled, it looks good.
I'm gonna keep it for senior. I'm always the last one. Now they changed the rules on me. 1, 2, 3, and 4, unless. It's still better.
shoot the ice, who's gonna use it?
Nobody uses the truck anyway. It's just parked there. It's your month right now.
Yeah, lo que pasa with Bookmore is that your roads get overgrown. When they get overgrown, you get fires, it makes it a lot safer for the fires not to cross those areas. That was part of the purpose that we started. That was the 2008 fires.
Yeah, but now there's a new one's got longer arms. But even when they don't buy them, so that's no problem.
The problem is that too many heads.
Only less than first.
Back then, we had one, all of those, I don't, we need a new, okay, that way we get more. But these little old ones, everybody uses it.
I mean, if you want to start it up again and go back and hire someone to operate, that's good. So you don't have all the hands.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? 3 months a piece.
It goes back and hire someone to do it all year long. But if they get caught up, then
That's the big, they go up. I don't want to bring it right now.
Huh?
And I don't do it everything. Okay, some branches do it.
Well, I can do it.
There's a hand very little bit of green, it's in the county side, always in their side, even more expensive.
But some of the things I need to happen, if you just trim it and then move on, but hackberries are real strong, they're not gonna live a long, long life like the other trees. But I know that some places, in precinct 1, when they shred a lot of brush, they put all that stuff on the road, they get upset.
No. I got 2 guys you see one, got two bags with a shipper, whatever was on the road, they go with that shipper, shipper.
Neto was good about it. He would shred the grass. And, we'll go back to what we would do all the.
We got a shipper that would throw it inside.
So, part of the item was,
Well, I don't want to buy one in.
okay, you're gonna buy one. Are you gonna buy one just for your precinct or is it for everybody? Huh?
La cosa es que make sure if you're gonna trade in the whole one, don't just take whatever you need.
I got a tractor right now.
If you can take that full one off and put a shredder on it, you got it.
I know there's some auction houses that can be sold, even through eBay, there's a way to do it. I don't know how, we need to get somebody to work with, don't trade again, and we could sell some equipment that way to get better prices.
Well, I thought that those were the lower when they came in. It's over $9,000.
How to keep.
Yeah, they went ahead and marked some of those. But the new batteries on it, they were fine. I thought it did. E7. But I got another John Deere tractor there that I don't spend money on it. I want to share. I just bought it from Boda. You give it that one because but what you're talking about, I can see that. A shredder, so that tractor take it more off.
Cause I believe that John Deere was bought by everybody, so money went four ways. It was like 4 ways. So, are you looking at getting the John Deere tractor and shredder from that old man that sells it, conferences? He died. I mean, they're good people. Yeah.
He's the one that's sold it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new companies. There's a new one, it's an orange one. It's Japanese.
But you can't compare John Deere to Kubota, it's all different, so you gotta go by, you gotta go by the buy board, and what kind of warranty you're gonna get.
What is it, Judge? What are coming up with a John Deere now?
Well, I agree, but as long as it's AGC and you all agree on the tractor.
Oh, was that
The
just
new one John Deere, that means gotta get pierced off. Not really. One Deere, yes.
How about you all start for getting prices, get prices? And then you go decide. You get prices. And then, do you have, is there something you wanted to buy? Rocco, move drum roller mobile. Is this something y'all gonna use 4 ways also? This is all yours.
Yeah, after we got the new ones, we got no time.
Is it 134? You're gonna finance it as well? month payment plan. It's not 3 years though, it's 3 months. So, I mean, if you think you can pay it off, it's good. I mean, you can always do the loan, and if you got enough money at the end of the year, pay it all off, you know? There's enough money coming in. Because there's still, at least do that until we know what taxes come in January, February. Just pay it off without a little bit of interest. Yeah, see, thank you. You got, I'll have to do this 6 months. It's so long, you know, well, for us, we need it, but the thing is, we think everything will go good, hopefully it doesn't go sour on us. But, once we know what the tax money's come in, you know, I feel more comfortable. And I don't wanna wait too long on, yeah, I don't wanna wait too long on your friend, or your homeowner.
Well, I'm thinking the next thing you might buy the brush trucks.
Yeah, but he has enough money at the end of the year that he can make the payment to pay it off, but at least wait for the new tax monies to come in, and feel a little bit more comfortable. Because all this equipment has a long life. But even with warranty, I mean, some things, some people are heavy on the destroyer. Yeah, two of them, Mike. What? It's a Ronco, pamphlet. So, just go ahead, Mike, his, there would be a motion to approve the Ronco price. Roller, but usually it's a social, a total of $134,854 buy board price, to be financed for 4 years. Although this year we'll have the ability to pay it off at the end of the year. For determination of cash balance. And it's for the Volvo SB 115 BD smooth drum roller. It has 2,065 hours on it. What do they bill in rental on that? You reckon how much it costs per hour? Or how do they rent it by the day?
No, it's only 17 days a month.
What, 13 days a month?
Yeah.
17, 10-hour days or 8-hour days?
8 hour days.
Yeah, that's 170 hours. 17 days of the 8. 136, I don't know how much they bill per hour though. Well, it's 136 hours in 1 month. So it is the equivalent of about a year's use on that equipment. So they can't sell it as brand new, so I don't know if HEC allows them to sell you the equipment, not ours. So if it's fine, you don't want to talk to them about it. ¿Qué dice?
La nueva.
Aquí dice.
That's the old one.
Oh, that's yours. Oh, okay.
That's the old one.
Oh, you're just writing, that's the old one. Okay. What they do? Describe trade-in. Oh, it's brand new, so tell them. Huh? So then we would need a motion to authorize the purchase for financing for 4 years on the Bronco. That's what, we'll website right it out. And, so they don't need to pay it at the end of the year. Depending on the, huh? Yeah. You know, whatever. All those in favor say aye. Now, back to the more, you just want to get prices? I mean, if it's a Komodo, as long as they got some repair people that can come down.
Yeah, but the thing is, the truck is one brand and the boom is another brand. It's not gonna be John Deere shit.
Yeah.
It could be another brand. Because
Look at that buy more price. Just get the price.
that's what the order.
When you go over here. Look, even if it's more 45,000, as long as it has a buy for price, you don't have to. If you got your item in the budget, if you don't, you gotta come back. And if you're gonna do financing agreement, you gotta come back. But if you have 100,000 for equipment, and you apply for it, you don't have to come back to the commission court. It's only when it wasn't planned, you know, don't have the money, you gotta make a budget amendment. So get a price. I just don't want it like it happened with precinct 2, they bought an off-brand. Oh, no, precinct 2.
La Petersburg. Oh, mis Adams.
Yeah.
La Medina.
Yeah, they bought, and it was never any good. They had trouble from it, nomás que no pasa eso.
Google. Yeah.
So, next item,
I thought
Huh?
quick,
No, but like that boom mower, is everybody wanna get one or, okay, two together?
Sí, pero-
No,
Yeah,
so-
we have to, pero don't sell the other one unless you get good.
No, I'm using it right now, it's mainly.
Porque así nada, tú estás busy, hey, hijo, I gotta go shop, yo me voy para el viejito. I mean, we need to. Nomás que the insurance is gotta be on there all the time.
Ah,
Can you take off insurance certain months of the year? No.
Mm-hmm.
yo pensaba que to buy
Because that
equipment,
insurance is a lot of stuff.
to buy equipment, you could buy anything under $7,000.
Like on all of them.
And purchasing
we
material is
we,
50,000.
we passed a purchasing policy, and the purchasing policy gave us certain things. And it said, if we're gonna buy something,
It's gotta be under
and if
7,000.
it's not part of the buy board, then we needed to get the 3 estimates. But if it's part of the buy board, you don't need to get estimates because it's there.
Yeah.
It's already there, the bidding's been done, so it's satisfied
the statute. But if it's like gravel, you may want to get three prices,
Just beat,
you know.
beat it out.
So that was the purpose. On cars, many car dealerships have cars that are sold at the sheriff, let's say sheriff cars that are under $50,000. Well, I mean, if you want to buy one car, then it's under $50,000, you can get three prices or four prices. Sometimes nobody responds. So what we've done, at least have proof that you sent them a fax, have some type of proof that you made an attempt, so that way, nobody can get after you.
Like on that thing that Pee Wee bought, do they need it? I mean,
It's still under $50,000, it's specialized equipment.
Pero eso no es buy board.
No, it's not buy board, it's
And-
not,
And I thought our rules were set for
He-
$7,000 equipment purchase.
he should still have,
Three quotes.
he should still have two identical quotes on it. And it's possible nobody exists, then we'd make a note, if nothing else exists. So I'll go back and ask him, and then you're right on that. That he should get two more quotes of anybody else that provides it.
and then you can stick to the one who wants, it's under 50.
Yeah.
Pero anybody can buy stuff like it under 50, just constables too, or just commissioners
What?
can buy stuff.
You could buy stuff, but you use your judgment. If you think, I better get prices so they don't say I'm just giving this person business, That's part of it. So they don't say you're just leaning one way.
You see, he's the only one that buys a lot of stuff.
Huh?
The mother constables don't buy stuff.
Yeah, but don't worry, yeah, they do know.
But he's the most active. He's the most active one right now. And he's more active on patrols. They all do their own different deal. Bear goes to
Me lo dijo que comprara o él.
the ranches and so forth. He'll come to the commissioner's court. Hector's been going out at night, mostly doing servicing for George, because he has been doing it.
Who?
Hector's been doing everything for George. He does respond. I talked to Jorge, but he doesn't come in the public much. Guy does his everything. He bounces off the wall everywhere, so you never know what he's gonna do.
And Bear?
Well, Bear's been sick, but he goes to the business. I mean, he comes up here to the jury,
He's still.
Jala aquí, la coja,
See, and another thing, sometimes
but they're elected, so you gotta treat them differently.
you don't see Hector porque andan en los personal vehicles. When he does the.
Undercover.
To serve the papers, he goes in his personal vehicles para que salgan para afuera. Because they see the cop car, they don't come out. ¿Serio? For real?
Llega el carrito, la toca de él y sale. Hey, ¿qué
Anda-
onda, Héctor?
Ajá.
¿Qué andas haciendo?
And he
¿Qué
says-
buscas? ¿Vende para su algo? No, aquí te ponlas. Te ahorita papel.
I think
That's
last week there were some problems on property on precinct 3 over fence line. He went and took care of that with the ranchers. And then there was another one in precinct 3 where
okay. Yeah.
an ex-girlfriend took a vehicle, but it belonged to somebody else. So he managed to get that vehicle back from El Paso. So, he'll do stuff that y'all don't know, but,
Yeah.
It's undercover, ¿no?
huh? No, I'll tell you things, but sometimes they settled it out. Why make it worse? They got it taken care of.
Yeah.
So we're at now the brush trucks, and to sell the old ones. I mean, can you give us a status of where the brush trucks are? And then,
Right now,
These trucks are expensive.
the old brush trucks, we have a total of 4. One of them is down for a possible engine replacement, so that one, we got a quote for somewhere around $30,000 to $40,000 to replace the engine. So that one's just at.
what brush truck is that?
That is 6.3, brush truck 6.3. Right now, brush truck 6.2 is at Grande. We replaced the water pump, and then when it came back, 2 weeks later, the water pump was gone again. So Grande Ford towed it back to their place so they can fix it. Brush 6.4, there's something going on with the pump in the back, and so really the only one that we have right now is Brush 6.5.
Still have that old one still.
What's the 6.5?
No, 6.5 is the oldest one from the International Volunteers. All of them have around 500 gallons of water. That one's working good. That's pretty much our best brush truck at this time. So right now in the county, we have one working brush truck.
Which is the one that had the hub broken?
Excuse me. That's the one
6.5.
we had. That was brush 6.1. We turned it into a flatbed for Mr. Benavides to go back and forth to fix, go back and forth from International to here for maintenance reasons, stuff like that. That one is undrivable because the hub is shaking in the front and quite possibly maybe losing the tire sometime.
The bearings.
Yeah.
No, on that, the whole hub and spindle, you can get it, it's not that expensive.
Yeah,
it-
there's still
Put it in
about
place.
300.
Yeah, about 300?
Labor and everything.
We got a quote from Agmeyer for 3 brush trucks. We just told them to go for 3, and it ended up being $421,000. We did a different quote for the same amount, 3 brush trucks, but the second quote we got were, there's 3 brush trucks, the water 750 gallons compared to 500. That improves our ISO rating on top of having a certain GPMs for the pump, and that second quote comes out almost $80,000 below the one from Agmeyer. So, and that's the same amount for 3 brush trucks.
So you deduct the 81 from the 421?
Sir?
You deduct the 81 from the 421?
Yes,
So it comes up to 341,
yes. It's a
or
rough
350, huh?
It's a rough estimate. It's not a concrete. The guy said it would take him about 2 weeks to get a real estimate, and we just talked to him late Wednesday of last week.
And how long to build?
How long to build is gonna be 12 to 18 months because of the chips and all of the dealerships are running low on stock. The second quote is also international, so we can take it to Rush here in town, and they'll do all the warranty work. That way we don't have to go to Ford in San Antonio or Dodge in Laredo or even Chevy in Frio. So Rush will take care of all international warranties.
So they're gonna be Fords.
Sí, tampoco.
You're looking at Ford trucks?
Sir?
You're looking at Fords?
No, we're looking at internationals.
Yeah, but the international, the motors gonna be international, ain't it?
No, internationals, I believe, Chevy, GM.
No, the Ford's got international, I think.
Ya no,
Eh?
ya no.
Yeah, no?
Yeah.
Las viejitas.
Yeah, it has a Duramax and an Allison.
Oh, it's a Chevrolet.
Trying to remix.
Yeah,
Oh, they're 350s, 450s, or what, yeah?
no, they're 6500s.
Duramax motor.
Yeah,
La
6500s. We
Campo
needed to
Negra.
go higher because of the weight of the 750 gallons of water that
They
we're
all
asking.
come, it's all included, truck, tank.
Yes,
pump,
trunk, tank,
pump,
pumps, plumbing, everything's included.
For 120,000.
Yes, they're not gas pumps. We had gas pumps, but now we're going diesel. That way it's straight in, pumped into the diesel tank, and we're only paying for
About
one fuel.
$120,000 per truck.
Yeah, it's roughly around $112,000
Ready
per
to
truck.
go.
What would payment be due if it's not? 'Cause
Um,
most of them, we pay whenever we receive them.
Yes, and that's when we talked to the second gentleman, that's when he was saying payment is due on delivery.
We can go to the bank.
So we authorize it, but it's not gonna be a year before we have to pay,
Yes.
you know, so
So they gotta
that
work.
works out okay.
And
I know Mr. Smith had talked to McMullen County about trying to give a couple of them away, but I don't see where you
Not yet.
have the ability to do so, because you're gonna need to baby them.
Yes, absolutely. We are gonna need to baby them for the 12 to 6 months, and even then, if, the only reason we went 3 was because if we, sell 4 of them to McMullen County, I think we need more than 2 for this county.
So the one that needs the engine, what about the body and all that?
The body, the tank, everything's good, it's just the engine. They told us anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000.
But it's too much.
That's a lot. And, this year alone on the 3 brush trucks that are working, we've spent already $40,000 to $50,000 in repairs. This year.
What engines do the old ones have?
I think it's a 6.3, which one? The engines on the brush truck, 6.3s, the Fords?
No,
6.4?
the 6.0.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
Well, see, you,
But,
you gotta go with
That
that.
motor is no good.
well,
The engine just came out bad.
the
Because for my
6.0?
pickup, I got the.
Chevrolet?
6.4.
Ford,
No, the Ford 6.0s, I thought there was 6.3.
6.0.
We have one that's a 7.3 and that one reached.
That's a good one.
65, one's
The
worth.
7.3 is cheaper. For my pickup, the 6.4, 15,000 brand new.
15,000 brand new.
but
That's what they had.
what happens if you put in a bigger engine, or?
They quoted it.
You gotta change the computer.
You can't put the, you gotta go with what they got, the 6.0.
You gotta bulletproof it.
Yeah. And everybody we've talked to Chance, he's a mechanic that does our fire trucks, and we've asked him, because we trust him when it comes to the diesel. He said that the 6.0s don't last very long, and more than likely they're right on that engine.
And they don't have the power gas, you gotta watch that. It's hard on that decision. I mean, now you can still go ahead and spend the 40, but try and sell it to McMullen for what you got in it.
Yeah, I don't know if we'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that
Or
when you decide to sell it, we can't sell it until we get this equipment
Yes.
replaced, so right now is not the time
yeah,
to do so, just, you gotta fix it, but
Yeah, we have to fix them, we have to continue to fix them right now. The only one I don't think we should is the one with the engine problem, just because that's a lot of money for a brush truck, and keep on putting more money into it.
yeah, the hub.
Yeah, no, the engine.
The 6.0?
The 6.0.
and are you sure it's the engine?
Yes, sir, that's what they told us, and then, the other guy, Chance, we talked to him. He said right now, yes, it'll run great, but eventually the problems we had before are gonna come back again.
We need to start using Diego also. He's good on those trucks.
Why don't we just let Diego handle the engine replacement on that
Check
one?
it out.
Keep it local.
He can change the computer if we put a 6.4.
That's what you have to do. You change the engine, get your computer.
Let's figure it local.
Huh?
Just
Let's ask
local.
questions.
Because there's a number of mechanics that, like,
The
even,
Ford mechanics.
Here?
Yeah, Diego Sanchez. But he works, but he can do it in the weekend.
Yeah.
They're good, they're fast. Randy has.
I don't know if Paul's doing any work also, but he did do Chevrolet
Gas.
also,
No, this-
gas.
The diesel mechanics, they forwarded Randy 80.
Randy.
80.
Diego. They get together and do.
Mike,
And then like,
Mike Garcia.
That's a big truck, yeah.
and then like the spindle, I mean, they can all do
Diego can do that too.
Okay.
that, but you also got some other mechanics like Raymond and, Benny that can do the, what do you call
Jason
it?
Castor.
Jason Castor.
Jason does good work.
Yeah, the shop ahí.
They bought their tire equipment already. They
Yeah.
bought the tire equipment too, but I can tell you,
We need-
when I was married to Rosemary, I would see Benny drop a transmission in one night and put it back in.
Yeah.
He's old now, I mean, but I don't, he knows the stuff. And Raymond, I've seen him do a lot of work too. I mean,
Yeah,
it just, you all gotta get to know him.
absolutely.
So, I mean,
You still want to order?
I would say order them and
Keep the trucks to.
then we may just need to take someone to go visit these different mechanics.
Because I'm using Diego and he's cheap. I mean, compared to others.
Just in maintenance and repair? Well, just in maintenance, but right now, we are at 40.
But until you get the new ones,
until we get the new one. too.
But we know when you go to the dealership, it's gonna be a lot more.
Yes. Yes.
You know, so we would need a motion to go ahead and authorize. Do you have a final number yet?
No, sir, I do not. Not right now.
350, 220.
A rough number for 3 is gonna be anywhere from like 350, between 350 and 380.
Get a final price and we'll put it on the agenda and we'll approve it.
Okay.
We'll approve it. And then we'll get it approved that way at the bank, so they know it also.
Okay.
And it's kind of like the fire truck, then we don't have to be running back and forth.
Absolutely.
But also in the mechanics, Diego, I mean, I think John Fritz Honda doesn't do that no more, right?
He works for another company.
He works for another company, but there's a number of them that were,
$20
Okay.
an hour.
Okay, we'll try to get a hold of one of them.
and then it keeps it local.
Yes.
But,
You catch him there in the shop at 5.
And what shop?
At Diego's.
At
On
Diego's?
Dobie.
Down the street from,
Dobie, across from Rio,
Okay.
towards,
No le digas a Carlos que van con Chris.
huh?
You send them across, they're gonna go with Chris.
For the tires?
No, Chris Romero's up front.
oh, sí? Oh, de Caviche.
No, right to the fire department. Not Chris
Oh.
across.
Yeah, they're next door.
Oh,
They're
okay.
next door.
No, keep on going south, east.
Oh, yeah,
So no action there.
no action.
Okay, thank you.
So the next meeting, we'll get that, right?
Friday.
Yes, I'll get you a final quote.
Am I right? Se va a chupar el picote.
I'll put a reminder that this month, it starts the health insurance renewals. They gotta do them once a year for everybody. So I know Jimmy's gonna be meeting with people. We also talked about seeing how it's working for the people that are, indigent care. And I did talk to a couple, they seem to like it, that it works pretty good. So it should probably get some more names and come through it, but they seem to be happy with it. And we probably need to bring in the sheriff or Bonita to see how they're doing indigent care, because on some of the people that have been going to the doctor, we're not getting billed indigent care prices, although I think Mary adjusts them anyway. So we don't need to take any action, just as a reminder. The same thing for the audit. We gotta get after Jorge. I think they said they were almost done with the audit, because we got some funds on hold from the state. It's not a lot of money waiting for the audit report, so the auditors have been running behind. And with that, we only have the bills in the minutes and the reports left. Well, we no reports right now. Oh, you got reports? Okay. So that's all that's left. So we'll start with the bills? Huh?
Minutes?
Bills.
Reports, and then we'll do bureau.
What? Bills? Yeah.
Analytics.
Okay.
No. ¿Qué le puso yo para que veas? Bueno.
That's the one Miguel lost, and we got it back again. On the grant,
Yeah, last year, right?
yeah. So, yeah, then I put a note here to Carl, to Tony, and to Hafi. They sent him this, to where, just on top of it.
Yeah.
Esa que compraste tú, roja. Maybe it's good at buying all this stuff.
Talk to me, ahora sí.
Mira. That's a good idea.
Okay.
Okay, so they're sick of that.
Okay.
If you work for Caliche, you
Oh,
know,
yeah. Hola,
you level the roads and then you roll it.
una reclaimer.
And then let it do what you want. Es como la tuya. La de la ruta no. Tú dices, pues, acaba.
Es lo que andaba buscando yo para trading esa.
La chiquita tuya. Ya acaba todo lo que dijo, ok. La 6 footer, la 3 footer.
Just four?
La que es 6 with the old trailer. Pero yo ya no usas la lona. Si ya yo mucho rola el día que. Pero tú me la prestas con eso.
We're also members of this by board as well. This is otro that we're members of.
What by board is that?
This is the State of Texas Water Purchasing Program annual
Nomás
membership.
necesita.
Please.
Ah, Rama. You know why? You know why? Okay. So, pues sí, pero se va y todos están parados, pero no tiene gente. No, y de Pablo ya acaba y se va a jalar. No hay tanto las casas, y mejor uno y uno, sí, le cuento. Cuando había mitad, y alza todo el equipo, agárrate. No, está cabrón. No quieren ni una o dos, todo el día. ¿Eh? No, pensé que ya está, se me impuso eso.
Ah, tú no, no. Eso que traigo ahora, no.
No, el macho ya me trae el puro para hacerlo.
Sí, que uy,
These people work like the buy board also. So. Also member.
Y mandé traer a aquel día. Como por lo cual lo mandé traer.
Oh, great.
Julie, going to food. Julie, como la estoy vendiendo, vale 17,000. No, esa chica.
They sent it to you,
Pero,
but in case you didn't get this one.
no, mandé traer la flor de chingona, la que te vendieron. 17,000. Pues le dije que me mandaran antes de una y para ir a ver. Para todos. ¿Cuesta más esas chiquitas? ¿Sabes qué? Porque estoy viendo 10,000 pounds suspension para la tierra.
Había uno lo más chiquito.
I mean, these discounts if you buy Apple, like 3%. Pero hay unos que no tienen nada de... ¿Ah? No, pero no, más chido. Pues ya te chequé.
Yeah, but is it a tap? Is it you want to get tap?
Yeah, and it's attached to the phone. I got it on my phone, but it doesn't have it.
So you use it manually?
Yes. Yeah, I freaked out because I saw it. Porque la Discover did el tap.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, there's a tap. Yeah. It has a tap.
My Discover has a tap.
The Cash App one has a tap.
What Cash App?
No, the one on Cash App?
No, I've never used one. I've sent money out on PayPal. I sent money out on PayPal. But the Apple usually you buy the kids their Christmas stuff, the iPhones or iPads, and then pay it all year long. You're not that many bills now?
No.
There. Yes.
Quiero erase, quiero erase. Ya se fue. Quiero erase, data cash. ¿Por qué eso es aquí todo eso? No, hombre.
What's este folder, Ray?
Transportation.
De la señora que vino a
What did he give years? Does she get 50% from Perry County or?
One of the richest. Nosotros compramos de eso y machine.
Never made a laugh.
Así es, porque los niños, claro, pero la gente bien. La gente. Sí, lo que es que.
Nada, para eso no.
No.
Lo quitaban los vivos.
Sí, it's live.
Ricardo, estamos live. Ya.
Payroll, ¿está payroll? Mary, ¿tienes payroll hoy? Así nos hacemos esto de una vez ya.
Is there a motion?
No, espérate, está junto, está junto.
Oh, bien, Pedro.
Payroll and reports.
Y el report Samsung, ¿verdad? Sí, el report Samsung.
¿Dónde va a tener Ray?
No, mire, mis Pérez, mi Martín.
No está ahí dentro.
Es de payroll, es un minuto.
Estos.
You see payroll? The same every time.
No le reason ahí.
Ah, sí, Costable 2 y 3.
Okay.
Boy, Mary.
Esto no. Payroll. I make the motion to approve bills, accounts payable, and payroll as presented.
Is there a second? I second. Been a motion and a second to approve the bills as presented and payroll. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Reports.
El
¿Tú
mismo.
sabes el nombre? La compañía.
Sí, ahí
Tengo el
papel.
picture.
Ahí tengo papel, me trae el libro. ¿Quiere grandote que trae? Déjale grandote.
¿Es amarillo o orange?
¿Eh?
Es amarillo.
Bueno, se puede seguir y se pone atrás del tractor.
Motion to approve reports as presented. Constable 2. No, Constable 3. And community outreach.
Otra vez, ya
With the exception.
With the exception.
I make a motion.
Second, motion and second to be approved as presented with exceptions. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
No, the minutes.
Excuse me.
The minutes.
De los minutes.
Already saw.
De los minutes.
So in the house.
I make the motion to approve the minutes as presented. A little.
There's a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Make the motion.
I second. Motion has been made and second to approve the minutes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
También un caballo.
There's a motion and a second to adjourn. Motion carries.